you give a big tell-all interview, with people, it's kind of the sort of unwritten rule, and I've done many myself, where you tend not to get that close to the person that you're going to be interviewing. There's a reason for that. You want to make sure that they're not quite sure exactly where you're going to go from, on which end you're going to start asking questions. And the bigger picture also is the celebrities are used to this, and that is, of course, what Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are. They like to know exactly what direction you're going to come in and why, so that they can prepare themselves, dash off to their therapist, and make sure they run through all of the spectacles that are the things associated with what's forthcoming. And then you see, if you do sit down with them, the minute they get you, they try and befriend you. They'll compliment you. They'll say things about, oh, I watched a previous interview. You're very good, the flattering type of things. Of course, it's always very difficult, because when you're there as a journalist, and, I do many of these outside of this remit, you do have to be careful, because you can easily be given a false sense of satisfaction. Oh, they like my work. Maybe I won't ask that question then. You get the picture. This is a problem now that's really happened for two major interviews, at least so far, that we've seen. Anderson Cooper and Tom Bradbury from, of course, ITV over here. Now, Tom has a long association with the British monarchy. If you dig deep enough, you can see it all. An odd choice, really, for Tom to be picked, because, of course, if you remember back in 2019 during the African tour, that was the catalyst that made Tom finally relinquish friendships with the Prince of Wales, Prince William. Seemingly he's not too concerned about that, and jumped at the opportunity once again to sit down in some pre-prepared questions alongside the former royal known as Prince Harry. Nothing hard-hitting at all. How these people can claim to be journalists is pretty laughable, really, because the questions that everybody wanted asking were the rumours. It's all very well that Harry's addressed them in his book, but there are so many rumours out there. Why do we never see the children? What's the background to the children? Ask those questions, what the public want, and then, of course, you could possibly get some kind of respect. Tom's not bothered about that. Neither is Anderson Cooper. What's interesting to note here also is that both, according to a very good source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, have accepted the opportunity to go out and visit that Montecito mansion at the request of the Duke of Sussex at some point in the summer of 2023. Now, I asked the burning question, you see, when that goes on, and that's what I was explaining at the very beginning of this particular video, when they've already decided that you are going to chum up with them, you can hardly ask the burning questions and offend, can you? Because then you wouldn't get that invite. And when you think of somebody like Anderson Cooper, who already has a very tenuous connection back to the British monarchy, and of course, allegedly out in America, is usually respected as a first-class interviewer, this can only really add to his cachet. Over here, for Tom Bradbury in the English side of things, people have already kind of given up on him. If you look at the ratings for his nightly news show, News at 10, that's pretty obvious. But the bottom line is, shouldn't they be more forthcoming, transparent, and admit about their ongoing friendship with Harry? So, of course, that locked them into agreeing to a certain narrative that only he wanted putting out there. As ever, happy to share. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.